Welcome back, everyone. I felt obligated to make a follow-up video to our last political video where we discussed Trump's essentially 2024 campaign nightmare. And breaking news coming out in the last 48 hours, guys. New polling is showing that Trump is losing his base massively. Even though the 2024 election is a little under 2 years to go, we have some huge developments happening that we have to discuss. So let's get started and dive right into the news. But before we do, as always, make sure you guys do a couple things for me. Number one, go ahead and give this video a tremendous thumbs up, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. It supports me and the channel and that YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, of course, make sure that you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. Next cash giveaway will be at 30,000 subscribers. We just did our 20,000 subscriber cash giveaway. So first, let's look at the polling from a primary standpoint, just as far as the GOP and whoever those potential candidates might be, and then we'll look at it at a general election standpoint. So firstly, according to this new Quinnipiac University poll that just came out this week, it's been a little bit after a month of Trump announcing his 2024 re-election, and his approval rating has now hit a 7-year low among voters. Now just 31% of registered voters surveyed hold a favorable view of Trump versus 59% who have an unfavorable opinion of him, according to the poll. That is the lowest rating Trump has received since July of 2015, shortly after he announced his first presidential bid, according to this Quinnipiac University poll. According to the data, it gets even worse among independent voters who were also surveyed. When it comes to independents, just 25% have a favorable view of the former president, whereas 62% have an unfavorable opinion of him, and that is the lowest level ever since Quinnipiac asked that question back in May of 2015. Now, some good news for Donald Trump. He still has a strong grip on the Republican Party. About 70% of voters in the Republican Party still see him in a favorable light. 20% do not. Now, these numbers do sound good, but they're actually the lowest level since March of 2016 with this party's reading. Overall, the fact is that his post-presidential announcement polling numbers are heading in the wrong direction, and you'd have to go back several years to find this low of a rating among Republican voters, independents, and Americans as a whole. Now, on the flip side, when it comes to President Joe Biden, his numbers are on the rise. Now, he's still underwater, but his favorability has jumped to the highest level since September of 2021. So that's great news for the current president. 43% of respondents say that they approve of Biden's work, whereas 49% disapprove, but that is a substantial increase from polling numbers that just took place a month or two ago. Now, bad news for both of these candidates. The fact is that the American people just do not want to see a rematch of Biden versus Trump. Either party does not want to see that figure as their nominee for the presidential election come 2024. But ultimately, Americans have to make the decision and choose between the lesser of two evils. So it's still quite volatile when it comes to the general aspect of the election, right? I mean, President Biden could make another huge blunder, another huge unpopular mistake, such as Afghanistan, or something that the American people just truly wouldn't like, and that could change the numbers, and maybe Trump could have a more favorable view, and they want to get Trump back in there, or maybe the economy can continue to slide. And well, if we go into a recession, folks, that would certainly be bad news and not bode well for the president. And so that could certainly happen. And I think Trump is betting on a recession and probably took that into consideration when he announced his presidency. Now, what is starting to look like a landslide, if you look at these numbers, is the primary level. We're seeing Ron DeSantis come out here, and he is going nuts with these numbers. When you poll Republicans and Republican-leaning voters, the Florida governor is coming out by double digits against the former president. A recent poll has Ron DeSantis leading Donald Trump by a whopping 23 points. More bad news for Trump when the release of a Wall Street Journal survey came, and that gave DeSantis a 14-point lead, 52% to 38%, in a hypothetical primary matchup. A CNN poll said that 62% of Republicans wanted their party to nominate someone else in 2024 and not Trump. According to Trump insiders, they do believe that Trump is in trouble. He is scrambling right now. He's trying to find answers. But some good news, it depends which poll you look at, right? A USA Today poll still has Trump leading by 18 points over Ron DeSantis. And according to 538, Trump is still leading in most polls. Basically, what's happening right now is you have this phenomena where Republican and conservative voters, they want Trumpism, but just without Trump. They want Trump's messaging, they want Trump's policy, but they don't want Donald Trump, and they're finding that in Ron DeSantis. He is basically a much more calm, mellow version, not as volatile as the former president. The slew of scandals happening and the charges and indictments, they're just all too much for Republican voters to handle, and they're leaving a bad taste in their mouth. They want someone else akin to Trump, but not with all the trouble that he has caused. And of course, Ron DeSantis is one of the most popular Republican figures in the GOP party today. He won his re-election for governor in a landslide, and he is basically the #1 guy next to Trump to run in 2024. But again, he has not made his announcement yet. He has not confirmed anything that he is throwing his hat in the ring. Take everything with a grain of salt though, right? It depends what numbers and analytics that you look at. For example, if you look at if Republicans want Trump to run again, just earlier this year, the vast majority of Republicans did want Trump to run again. But those numbers have continued to dip and drop, and now just a minority of Republicans want Trump to run again in 2024. But at the same time, if you ask those same Republican voters that do not want to see Trump run again, if they would rather Trump or Biden, the vast majority of them would probably go for Trump and would not flip to Biden. So again, just have that perception and that perspective when you read any numbers online, and obviously anything can change in the next 2 years, give or take. Mike Pence has not announced his presidency, but he is a strong contender for a GOP nominee, but that would likely divide the GOP and would not be a good look for the Republican Party. Democrats would probably win in a landslide, probably more significantly than the 2020 election. I'm curious for my Republican voters out there, who do you want to see become the GOP nominee? Who do you want to see against President Biden, albeit he did not announce that he will definitely be running again? That announcement will probably come at the beginning of the year, so we'll have to see when that takes place. But who do you want to see as your nominee? Do you want it to be Trump? Do you want DeSantis? Do you want Mike Pence, Ted Cruz, Nikki Haley? Who do you want, guys? I'm curious. Let's do our own poll, our own survey. Let us know down below in the comments section what you think. And for my Democrat voters, for my left-leaning voters, do you want Biden to run again, or do you want someone else in there to take his place and replace him? I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the 2024 matchup? Let us know down below in the comments section. I'm curious to hear. Things are certainly heating up. It's getting interesting in regards to the 2024 election. We'll have lots of more coverage and more news is to come. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this clarified some things for you in regards to the election. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go ahead and smash the like button, share it with a friend, get the word out, spread it on social media. Make sure that you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. I would appreciate that. That will notify you every time we do post a brand new video. And if you want to get some free stocks, all me, all free, use the links down below in the description. Sign up with the brokerage platforms, Robinhood and or Webull. You'll get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases. So let us know what stocks you get. And if you want to connect me on social media, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook. Use the social links down below. I look forward to connecting with you there, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now.